Morning, friends. Today we are going to study about the Mughal Empire. Any of the examination, any of the competitive examination which you will be giving will definitely include history as one of the portion. And within history, you will find the questions from medieval India also. What students do? They study ancient, the modern art and culture, and they ignore medieval history, and they score less on in the examination. So a score of 1 or 2 marks can make a big difference. So there's a scope that you can score in medieval India 3 to 4 questions. Correctly, you have scored 3 to 4 questions. So definitely you can fall in the merit. So today we'll cover the Mughal Empire systematically. For today, we'll be studying about the two emperors of the Mughal dynasty. The one is the founder of the Mughal Empire, that is Babur, and the second is his son Humayun. So this is the map. You can see the Mughal Empire in 1700. You can see it includes whole of the India, including the portion of Pakistan, Afghanistan, and till Iran also. So the concept the Britishers brought in that India was not a nation before the advent of the Europeans is a complete hoax. Because from the map it's clear that India was a nation. It was known as Bharat, definitely. Although the spirit of nationalism was not there in India before the advent of Europeans, it came in India only when the freedom struggle started. But yes, India was a nation even before the advent of Europeans. So we'll start our lecture. So here is Babur, the first Mughal emperor. His reign starts from 1526 and ends in 1530 with his death. He was the founder of Mughal Empire in India, which he started in 1526 with the first battle of Panipat, which was fought in Panipat between Babur and Ibrahim Lodi, the ruler of Delhi Sultanate, last ruler of Delhi Sultanate. So he's the founder. His original name was Zahiruddin Muhammad. Okay, he was known as Zahiruddin Muhammad Babur. So here you have to note one thing, that from the father's side he was related to Taimur, and from the mother's side he was related to the Genghis Khan. So you can consider that he is a mix of both. His father's name was Umar Sheikh Mirza, who was the ruler of Faragana, and after the death of his father he succeeded him as the ruler of Faragana. But unfortunately he was defeated by his relative and he lost his kingdom. And after some time, after being a wanderer, he captured Kabul from one of his uncles. Okay, and from the period of 1519 to 1526, he launched 4 expeditions in India. But unfortunately, the initial expeditions were not fruitful, and it was only in 1526 that he was able to conquer India from Ibrahim Lodi, the last ruler of Delhi Sultanate. So, as I already told you that he captured Kabul from one of his uncles, then he started to conquer India. Firstly, he occupied Lahore, and his governor Daulat Khan Lodi was easily defeated by him. Then he moved on to Delhi, and on 21st of April 1526, the date which is remembered as the first battle of Panipat, it took place between Babur and Ibrahim Lodi, and Lodi was killed in the battlefield. One thing is to be noted here, that Ibrahim Khan Lodi is the only ruler of Delhi Sultanate who was killed in the battlefield, and no other ruler was killed on the battlefield, although they were killed, but not on the battlefield. Ibrahim Lodi was only ruler who was killed on the battlefield. So what was the Babur's key to success? His key to success was his cavalry and his artillery. He used gunpowder also. But if you get a question in the examination that Babur was the first ruler to use gunpowder, is not correct. You know why? Because gunpowder was not used by Babur for the first time. Okay, as I told you, gunpowder was transferred to India through the Mongols' invasion of India. This is the point to be noted here. 1526 is the time when Babur invaded India, and the Mongols invaded India at the time of Delhi Sultanate. During the rule of Alauddin Khilji, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, and many other rulers, Mongols invaded at that time, and at that time, this gunpowder was introduced into India. And how can we forget the Vijayanagar, the mighty Vijayanagar Empire? They also used gunpowder firearms that was known as Tawfu Tufak. as early as 1366 CE. So Babur was not the first person who used gunpowder, although what Babur did was that he systematized the use of gunpowder in India. Okay, so if the question is asking you that Babur was the first person, mark it incorrect straight away. Okay, so now we'll discuss about the estimation of Babur. Means what sort of personality was Babur? First of all, he was a great statesman. Definitely he was. He was a man of solid achievements. So, man of solid achievements means he fought four battles in India, starting from the Battle of Panipat till his death in 1530. He fought battles like the Battle of Kanwa, Battle of Chanderi. He fought these battles and he won these battles. That was his solid achievements. He was a great scholar in Arabic and Persian languages. His mother tongue was Turkey. He wrote his memoirs, and that was the name of Tuzuke Baburi in Turkey language. Okay, so this book, Tuzuke Baburi, is also known as Babar Nama or Book of Babur and Letters of Babur. In this book, he has provided us a great vivid account of India, India's fauna, India's flora, the seasons of India, everything he has provided in this book. And in this book itself, he has confessed his own failures without hiding any of the facts. So, after the death of Babur came his son Humayun. You might have noticed that I have indicated two timelines here. First timeline is from 1530 to 1540, and the second is from 1555 to 1556. Why? Because Humayun ruled in phases. In 1540, something happened in the reign of Mughal Empire that shaked its prestige. In 1539, the Battle of Chausa was fought. In 1540, the Battle of Kanuj or the Battle of Biligram was fought, in which Humayun lost at the hands of Sher Shah Suri, and he was ousted from the empire to remain as a wanderer for the next some 15 years. When he again recaptured the throne in 1555 from the successor of Sher Shah Suri, and then ruled till 1556 when he actually died. So, Humayun was the eldest son of Babur. Basically, the name Humayun means fortunate, but he remained the most unfortunate ruler of the Mughal Empire. Okay, so now we'll discuss about the loss of empire to Sher Shah. As I already told you that in 1539, battle was fought between Sher Khan and Humayun at Chausa. Okay, but Mughal army was defeated in this battle and Humayun escaped. Humayun reached Agra to seek his brother's cooperation, but his brother refused. So Humayun has to fight his Sher Khan all alone in the Battle of Biligram in 1540. This battle was decisive and Humayun lost it, and he was in exile for the next 15 years. He went from place to place to seek shelter, to gather army to defeat Sher Khan, but he was not succeeded in that attempt. Okay, then he sought shelter under the Iranian ruler, and later he defeated his brother Kamran Askari and captured the throne. In 1555, Humayun defeated Afghans and recovered the Mughal throne. But unfortunately, after some months, just 6 months after he again captured the throne, he fell from the staircase of his library, which was called as Sher Mandal, and he died. So Humayun was not a good general and warrior, but he was very kind and generous ruler. He was a great student of mathematics, astronomy, astrology. He was the perfect man as far as education is concerned. He loved painting a lot and wrote poetry in Persian language. So this is all about Babur and Humayun, the first two great Mughal rulers. And after that, the rule of Akbar, Shah Jahan, Aurangzeb, Jahangir, we'll study those in phases. Okay. And one thing you have to note on here is that the Mughal Empire is divided into two phases. First is the rule of the great Mughals that start with the Babur and ends with the Aurangzeb, the last great Mughal. And then is the phase of the later Mughals, which were not as strong as the great Mughals. And unfortunately, in 1858, with the revolt of 1857, the Mughal Empire, the last Mughal Empire, that was Bahadur Shah II, or it is said that he was Bahadur Shah Zafar. He was exiled to Rangoon and the Britishers took over. But we'll study these things, but at a later time. You just focus on these two rulers for today, and whatsoever is left would be covered in subsequent videos. And till then, bye bye. Take care, and please do subscribe the channel, and do like and share the video. Thank you. Bye bye.